Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vitamscha Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Jakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ki Baikavitta Ya Maryata Rakshati Vaishnavanam Kripavalam Madhava Prasthakami Sri Bhakti Dham Parikram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Sri Varshavanavadevi Daitaya Kripapatye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurya Jwala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Sri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudappa Siddhanta Dvantaharine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Dandavat Pranam to all, and all glories to Srila Gurudev and Srila Babaji Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada and all our Gaudiya Guru Varga. So somehow again, by the causeless mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, I am very happy to meet you all, and so to have this opportunity to remember some of the teachings of our Guru Varga. Actually, one thing which all our acharyas repeatedly say, that is the importance of humility. No? We hear it always again and again. It's the only door to open actually to bhakti. So humility is a must. And of course we have heard so much about it, and it's not necessary now to discuss all this, but it's a fact that it's very, very important in our life, bhajan life. So actual humility, I think, can come in our life if we really realize that we are, first of all, sick, then also uneducated, and we also thieves. Sick persons, uneducated persons, and prisoners, usually they are naturally humble. And that is maybe, I was thinking why the acharyas, they say sometimes that this world can be compared to a prison. No? We hear it, that this material world is like a kind of prison for us. And also we hear that this world it can be compared to like a school, no? To learn something, always some lessons we get. And also we hear from the Vaishnavas that there are many times they say that, because maybe I'm just coming from the hospital, but that's also a hospital, the material world, no? It's one kind of hospital, our acharyas are saying. So I just want to share a few thoughts with you about this. Because, yes, a prison, first of all, in we have all somehow or other stolen, no, from the Lord. Something which belongs to the Lord, we, like thieves, we took it, and we took it as granted that it's ours. No, but actually, no, everything belongs to the Lord. So that's why somehow we are put into prison at this moment, into this material world. There, Krishna Ras Kaviraj Goswami also, he says, Krishna Nitya Das Jiva Dahe Bule Gelo, E Dosha Maya Tare Galaya Bandilo. And here, if Krishna Nitya Das, that is our identity, in order to be a servant of Krishna. But Jiva Dahe Bule, if we forget this, then Maya will give like a chain, Galaya Bandilo, means around our neck. She will put a chain and keep us like a prisoner. So, because of the indifference to the Lord's service. So, our Gurudev Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami, he used to speak sometimes about Bhakti Ranjan, no? Jagat Bandhu, Bhakti Ranjan. And he was really glorifying his realizations, because he was one of the greatest donor in the, he paid actually everything in the Bhakbasa Gaudiya Math, which was built at first there in Calcutta, and a huge amount, because it was like a fantastic marble temple, no? And with everything, all the material was exclusive and very fantastic. So he paid for all of that. And he also, the whole inauguration, which was there, also a huge festival. Can you imagine that time? No, it was the first center of the Gaudiya Math, actually, where all the people, they started to come, and then, so there was 1 month, like one festival, ongoing Harikatha, Prasadam distribution, and all of these things, Kirtan, Bhajans. So, and for all this feast also, he paid everything. And somehow, as usually, the Vaishnavas, they come together, and they were speaking Harikatha, and once also some other persons are saying something, because some politician or some important persons from Calcutta and all around, they also come to assemble there. And some of them he spoke, I think it was like a lawyer or someone, he glorified Bhakti Ranjan, no? Jagat Bandhu, that really what kind of great seva he has done, no? to donate. He is a big donor, he said like this. And then somehow that Jagat Bandhu, he usually not speak on the stage or something. He's just very simple and quiet. But that time he indicated that he wanted to say something, and Prabhupada granted it to him. So then he started to explain that actually I am, first of all, he said that surely these words about him are spoken from a very respected person, so it's his honor that he's speaking like this, but I am feeling really that I am not a thief. I am not a donor, because a donor would be someone who is owner of something, no? So how I can say I am a big or I addressed as a donor. So what we can give, no? And this was a great realization which Gurudev writes after he says, oh, if we just would have this realization, then already it would be such a big step. No? Because we come empty-handed and we go also empty-handed. From where our energy is coming in between, from where our donations or everything, from where it is coming. It was already there. Only for that time we think now we are doing that effort or whatever. But yes, Srila Bhakti Ranjan Jagarbandhu, he had this realization really from heart that yes, I can only say that I am not a thief, because you see, if we are like servants of a king, and usually those who are around the king, those servants, they also they are allowed to use the everything what is there in the kingdom to some extent, they can use. But if the king somehow he comes to know that now his servants, one of his servants is stealing, then how he will feel, He will try to give a lesson to that servant. So, and he will surely no more give him all the trust, which he had done before. So in this world also we have somehow, we were in that position. We were in a kingdom, or we are in a kingdom, but instead of seeing that these are all the things, everything around us is belonging to the king, we just thought it is ours. And so for now some rectification is necessary to again earn the trust of the king, of the Supreme Lord. So he will watch us, maybe we can repent, so we have the chance in this world to repent and call out his name and offer some prayers and our obeisances and beg for excuse. And then it just depends on the king or on the Supreme Lord at which moment he again trusts us fully, 100%. But now at present, surely not, because we have not really realized that. It's like same also in an office job. If someone goes in an office and some companies, they give really high salary, you get not only high salary, you will get also a car, you will get also a flat, maybe even a penthouse or whatever it is, But then it's meant to use these things in that company's service, If we just drive around with that car, with our family, or taking friends from here to there, and not using it for servant, and how long this company or this boss, he will grant us those things. No, he will everything withdraw. It's not allowed like this. So that's why somehow here we have the chance to get rectified, because we were in this position that we just take the things for our own enjoyment, which actually belongs to the Lord. So these are a few thoughts on the prison cell, or like if the Vaishnavas say this world can be compared as a prison. The second is the school. So yes, a school, we come to this world and we have to the chance to also to elevate our consciousness to somehow extent, and by listening to great teachers, especially when the realizations or the elevation of consciousness becomes more fine, more subtle, and we come in contact with such great teachers as our Gaudiya Guru Varga, Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, what kind of teachings we can get there, So it's a wonderful opportunity. And like Srila Prabhupada said, yes, you just ignore all the popular wisdom of all those people, and just listen to the realized saint. So that is the chance in this world, that we have a great opportunity to educate ourselves. And so a school is something positive, but it means also that we are not educated now fully. No? To some extent, everyone needs some education. And our education is not complete. So that because sometimes our Guru Varga, they also tell that really in this world, what we see, what kind of consciousness the people are in, it's just some two-legged animals. No, that's they are saying this, and if we look around, really, we think. I mean, I can include myself also. I'm also like one two-legged animal. But what to do? They are giving us the chance, at least, to get education. No? The Babaji Maharaj sometimes saying, oh, the dogs, they are fighting, no? The dogs, they are fighting for some bread or something to eat, but the dog is speaking to the human. But you humans, you are just fighting because of nothing. No reason really behind. We have some reason of our survival, we are fighting this and that, but humans have no reason really, still they are fighting. So that is how low our consciousness has gone in this material world. So education is something which is absolutely necessary. So we have to listen carefully to the saints, to those persons who want to help us to elevate our consciousness. We also have to pass tests. You know, in the school also there will be tests. So surely those tests will come in one's life, and then it will be decided, yes, is there a higher education possible? So he will go one step higher, one step higher. So it's like one chance to slowly elevate our consciousness. No? And even sometimes we don't know how to eat and how to take bath. No? These things even. So in this world, everything we have to learn. We cannot just be like animals. So how to take care of the environment? You can see here also in India. Even they have Vedic culture at their roots. No, it's here in India, but Bharatvarsha. But still the people are just putting all garbage, everything in the rivers, in the holy places. So what kind of education? No, there's no education about this. They just, every small child already is what they're eating, ice cream, just this packet they throw wherever they want. There's no education behind about this. So this world slowly wants to educate us. We can speak about the gopikas, okay? They are throwing all dharma, no, and they just want to run to Krishna. But first before we want to give up dharma or Vedic culture, we have to know what is Vedic culture, what it means, no? So that's why also Ramachandra Bhagavan is coming before in the Srimad Bhagavatam, before we enter Krishna Lila. So there's some Vedic education, which is necessary to live peacefully in this life. So that's why, for this reason, we hear that the Vaishnavas are saying sometimes that this world can be compared to a school. And then let's come to the hospital. The hospital, I think, is a very good analogy, because yes, we all come here, we are sick, no? So we are not healthy now. Something is missing. In a hospital, only persons will go, those who have some health issues, no? Whatever it is. But our issue, why we are in this hospital, is because we are having become sick in that way that we become the enjoyers. No, we have bhoga vritti, to enjoy everything around us. Our senses are the main thing, and we just want to satisfy them. So that is the hrid roga, the heart disease. No, to forget that we are servants, we just of the Lord, we just give, try to give all kinds of pleasure to our senses. So, and that's why we can, we need, we in this hospital, there is the possibility for those to get cured, those who are now in this condition, those who are really feeling themselves, yes, I'm a great sense enjoyer and I want to get rectified. So there's, in this way, it is meant. And now there's the time where we have to undergo some special treatment, no? Where there's some diet, some, can only do this or that activity. So it's said, and especially what is the diet? It is like Harinam and Vaishnav Seva. So there also Srila Rupa Goswami is also writing, Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Vitopadaptarasanasya narod chikanu kintu adara danudinam kalaus eva justa svatvi kramat pavadi dat gadamulahantri. So he is saying that we are having no taste in the holy name because we are sick. The holy name is very sweet, like sugar cane, like candy, no? But for a jaundice person who are sick, who have developed jaundice, for them even sugar will be very bitter, not to eat. They don't want to eat because it tastes like very bitter. But it is not the fault of the sugar. The sugar is sweet. Only that person has developed some sickness called jaundice. So in the same way, the medicine for us is Harinam in this world. The holy name, Vaishnav Seva, but it may be also taste bitter because even though it is very sweet, but we have not realized it now. That's why we always have to do it either because of some force, no, or we are just no. But it's also okay. At least we're trying. So, but the holy name and Vaishnav Seva is very tasteful, the scriptures are telling us. So if we don't feel that, then we have developed some kind of sickness. And that's why we have come to this world, in this hospital, to get cured. And that's why also Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he also often said that Gaudiya Math is like one hospital. And there are all different kinds of sick people inside. So, and there must be a doctor also, no? So in a hospital without doctor, it's just like a madhouse, where each and everyone gets even more, because all contagious diseases, no? They just will infect each other more and more. But the Acharya, he knows exactly what medicine he has to give to this person. He needs to stay in bed. This person, he is already half recovered. This person can already get some tonic, no? Because he's getting better. And so all treatments, they are very much different. And for sometimes we think, oh, why this devotee, he is treated like this from Gurudev, and this devotee is treated like this. We should not think like this, because with our material eyes we cannot understand why. Gurudev knows, a mother knows if the son has some problem with the stomach, no, then she will give some pitta medicine, some neem leaves or something, and She has also another boy, which she gives some sugar and some candies, but that boy has not so much energy, so much strength. So it's a different thing. It looks like, oh, why this boy is getting bitter neem leaves and this boy is getting sweet ball and some ghee and milk and cheese. So, but yes, it's that what is needed at the moment. So the doctor knows. That's why also all jealousy, all this kind of, how we see others will also all just fade away if we have this understanding. Yes, Gurudev, surely he knows what kind of medicine he is giving to each and every one of us. So, in conclusion, do this, we are thieves, uneducated, and we are sick. So, and if we really realize this, if we are uneducated, we are sick, we are thieves, then I think we can realize very naturally, some humility can come. But unfortunately, we don't realize it. We think ourselves very educated and very healthy and then it's a problem. But if we would feel that kind of feeling, so because what is missing in all these examples is trust, that Guru and Vaishnava Bhagavan, they can trust us because we have misused our trust. We have shown it many, many times, and now it's just not done by just chanting a little bit Hare Krishna. No, we have to really repent and regret and to try to get again back the trust. And also, yes, we need to be educated. No, we are not educated in so many ways. So we always need to see ourselves as student, to be ready to not, oh yes, I know already everything is clear to me, and also, health. No? So our health is also very weak in this way. And then actually naturally some humility must come, I think so. Yes, so then for today I think we can also go a little bit further on our parikram. So last time we were stopping at, actually it's still in the island of Kolatwip, which is the island of Padasevanam. And there's one place, last time we stopped in Samudraga, no? And now Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining in Navadvip Dham Mahatmya that Nityananda, he went with Jiva Goswami to Champahati, very nice place. If you can go there, you will fall in love with that place. So beautiful, Gaur Gadadhar deities there. So they too came, Nityananda and Jiva Goswami, to rest there. And in the afternoon, Nityananda Prabhu, he said that this place is actually Kadirvan. So Kadirvan is in Vrindavan, and because all the places correspondent with Braja. So, and Champakalata, Sakhi, she is picking some flowers here daily to string some garlands for Radha and Krishna. And and that's why also later this area, because many gardeners, they came here because of this forest of champak flowers, and they make a marketplace, and that's why it's called Champak Hata. Like before we sing, no, Namara Hata, so the marketplace of the holy name. So this is the marketplace Hata of champak flowers. So there they sell champak flowers. And very beautiful flowers. And Lakshman Sen also was the king that time, and because he's in connection with Jayadev Goswami also. He went there later. So he wanted to meet Jayadev Goswami, that Lakshman Sen, that king, and because he was hearing that, the Dashavastha Stotram, the glorification of the 10 avatars by Jayadev Goswami. And he was so in love with it, and he wanted to meet that person. And then secretly, in disguise, he came to Jayadev Goswami. Like also Prataparudra Maharaj, in disguise he came to see Mahaprabhu. So that king also was trying to invite Jayadev Goswami, but Jayadev Goswami, he did not agree to that. And he would even say that if you persist like this, then I will leave your kingdom. I will go to another area. And but the king somehow, with folded hands, he was, oh, please, please, be merciful to me. And he wanted to make a bhajan kutir, some small cottage in Champahati there. And he said, you stay there for some time. And then somehow Jayadev, because he understood that is from the beginning actually, that is the king in disguise. And he is also a great devotee, really so. But he said, I just wanted to test you. And because he understood the pure-hearted mood of this king. And he said, okay, then I will follow your suggestion. And so he went with his wife Padmavati to Champahati there. And there daily they were doing worship of Thakurji with the very beautiful champak flowers, which are like gold and like yellow, so beautiful. And some days, like in India, the roofs, they are very like some straw roof, You have to change them from time to time. So this work was standing, they had to do. It was waiting for them. And so Jayadev Goswami, he climbed up on the roof, and Padmavati, she would hand him all the grass and everything, the straw, so that he can make everything nice, freshly, the whole roof. And and yes, this was going on for many hours. And then he came down, and the wife was saying, oh, prasadam is ready. So, and he was thinking, how is it possible? You prasadam, you the whole day, you're handing me over this straw. No, I was cooking the whole day. I was there the whole morning. What you say to me? And then he realized, oh, someone else. Who? Then Radharani herself, she was coming, and she handed him herself, she was giving that straw. So much devotion Jayadev and his wife Padmavati had, that they attracted even Radha and Krishna, to serve them. So it's amazing, really, very beautiful. And so every day he would offer these champak flowers. And one day he had that darshan of that golden, because now Radha, Madan Mohan, they become one. That golden vigraha, Sri Gaura Sundar. And it looked like a champak flower. And then the whole, all the Parshats of Gauranga, they were doing kirtan. So he saw all this scenery from the Nitya Lila. And he had that darshan, that Nitya Lila darshan, which was going on. And then Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he told to him that he should leave Navadvip and go to Puri. And this was somehow a shock, because Jayadev never expected this. He didn't want. So how can I leave Navadvip? And he fell unconscious. And then again, when he came to consciousness, Gauranga Mahaprabhu said to him that because earlier you were having this desire that you want to go to Jagannath Puri. So I'm fulfilling this. But be sure that at the end of your life you will eternally reside here. And this was around 1200, yes. And Gaura said that after, when I will appear in Navadvip, and I will have some pastime in Navadvip, and then I will leave also and go to Puri, and I will daily relish your Gita Govinda. You know, that poetry also written by Jayadev Goswami. And then with tears in their eyes, somehow Padmavati and Jayadev, they left Navadvip. And they bowed down to all the residents of the Dham and pray with folded hands that please, you bless us so that we can come again, we can come back, forgive us our offenses, and please. And so they constantly were looking back because they had so much attachment to Navadvip Dham, how they can leave. But still it was the order of Mahaprabhu, and yes, they went. So, and every day the Devadasis, those who are singing for Jagannath, some special dancers and singers, every day they recite this Gita Govinda in the evening in Jagannath Puri. And Jagannath himself, he is so fond of this. Actually, it happened that once one Mataji, she was singing the verses of Jayadev Goswami's Gita Govinda. And then Jagannath, he was hearing this, Jagannath himself. And he ran there where this Devadasi is. But somehow he had to go through some bushes and some thorny trees and all this. And his clothes was a little bit, it had some cuts, no? So then the Buchari, he was astonished. Why now Jagannath looked like this? And he informed also the king. And the king also was perplexed and saying how, but in that night he had a dream that Jagannath himself was so fond of hearing that Gita Govinda that he was running out the temple, and then he hurt himself a little bit. So from that moment the king ordered that it should be sung every day at evening time, night time, before Jagannath goes to sleep. They recite Gita Govinda there in Jagannath temple. So, and also Mahaprabhu, he also was one time hearing Gita Govinda, and he also wanted to embrace that Mataji, but Swarup Damodar said, no, he said, Mataji, don't go. Mahaprabhu said, you saved my life today, otherwise my sannyas, everything would be finished. But you see the attraction to this poetry of Jayadev Goswami. So, yes, and when Nityananda, he was telling this pastime to Jiva Goswami about Jayadev and Padmavati, then Jiva Goswami, he was like mad, no? He was rolling on the ground, taking the dust. Oh, Jayadev Goswami, you're so fortunate. Oh, Padmavati, you're so lucky. And in this way, he also glorified Gita Govinda. And so this pastime of Jayadev Goswami is there. And also in Champahati, there are very beautiful deities worshipped by Dvijavaninatha, that is the younger brother of Gadadhar Pandit. And before Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he accepted sannyas, he would come to this house of Vaninath to accept there some prasadam. But as soon he understood that now Gaura and Gadadhar, they will leave and go to Jagannath Puri. So he started also to cry and beg them, no, don't leave, you stay, I cannot live without you. What I can do by not seeing you? I will die. And then Gaur Gadadhar, they made some deities from themselves and they gave it to Vaninath. So these are the, and then they told that we will accept everything personally in this form. So you don't worry, everything, all your offerings, all your worship, we accept daily in this form. And then he looked at the deity and he looked at Gaur Gadadhar now walking. No. And then he said, stop, stop, don't go, don't go. Then, okay, what shall we do? No, no, you stay here, you stay here. And then they go, and these two, Gaur Gadadhar, they go on the altar. And then the deities, I mean also Gaur Gadadhar, they were standing up and going again. And then he saw again that someone is going. Two are going, Gaur Gadadhar are going, and backside are also Gaur Gadadhar in the form of deity. So, and this is going back and forwards a few times till they say, no, no, we are actually here. And then he let them go, and he worshipped from that moment this Gaur Gadadhar. So if you go there to Champahati, then you have original darshan of that Gaur Gadadhar, which stayed there from that moment. So isn't it amazing? So, and yes, so this way, all these wonderful pastimes, and we can remember at this place. And it reminds us also on vigraha tumi noy, shakshat vrajanananda, no? That yes, you are not a vigraha, you are not some statue made of wood or clay or metal. No, shakshat vrajanananda, you are directly vrajanananda. Like this pastime when that elder Brahman, he promised the daughter to a younger Brahmin, no? And he promised it in front of the Gopal deity there in Vrindavan. Gopal became Shakshi, the witness. That's why this deity is called Shakshi Gopal. It's a famous pastime. But later that old Brahman, he somehow denied. He said, no, no, I never did, I never make this promise. But that younger Brahmin, he said, no, we have spoken it in front of Gopal. So, okay, I will, because he thought how he is now far away, Gopal, so he cannot say. And then that Brahman, he went back to Vrindavan, and he said, I'm facing this and that problem, so now you come and tell what has happened. No, no, I cannot walk, Gopal is saying. But that Brahmin say, but if you can talk, you can also walk. So, and then somehow, yes, okay, but you never look back. I can come with you, but you don't look back, okay? We just go. And then they went, and some little bit before that village where that old Brahman was living, there it's just before Puri actually, that station where Shakshi Gopal, and there he looked back because he was so enthusiastic, that now we are here. But then that Gopal, he stood still. He was no more moving. Okay, but it was not far away. So then he went to that elder Brahman and he said, no, no, now Shakshi Gopal is here. He can tell everything. And then they went there, and finally the old Brahman, he had to say that, yes, actually I gave my daughter. So, and then from that they were married. The young Brahmin and his daughter, they were married, and their marriage ceremony was performed. So in this way, that is Shakshi Gopal, which is just before Puri actually. Before you go to Jagannath Puri, there is this place. And also we know how Sanatan Goswami, how they are worshipping Madan Gopal, no? That deity is also in Vrindavan, Madan Mohan. And Madan Mohan also, he Yes, I think he appeared also in dream, and one Brahman, he wanted to offer this deity to Sanatana Goswami. But he said, no, I cannot take because I have nothing to offer. And but yeah, after some time he agreed, he accepted. And one day there's this famous where Madan Gopal, he wants to, because Sanatana Goswami is a mendicant, a sadhu. So he lives very simple, and he's just making some ball of atta, and not even chapatis, but just some balls of dough, and he put them in the fire and then eat them, even without salt. And Madan Gopal sometimes is complaining, oh, you don't have any salt even, how I can eat this? And then now Sanatana Goswami said, what? Now salt? So, and tomorrow you want sweets, and then you want this full meal and that. So I have so much other seva, writing seva, and this, like Babaji Maharaj, he also says, if my offering is just some, oh, you take. When he is in the Goshala, then there's Giriraj, and he's not doing some, offering, like, because no time, just, okay, like throw it. The Brajavasis, they throw the chapati. Of course, we cannot imitate this, but that is the mood of such, actually, Brajavasis. And Babaji Maharaj also has that mood, And so this is all our Guru Varga. They are all Rupa, Sanatan, and Jiva Goswami, Radha Damodar, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Radha Raman. So Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, who some people, they say he is a Kanishtadikari, but he was very funny. The devotees, they were complaining, oh, someone there in Navadvip, they call Puri, you a Kanishtadikari. Oh, really? That I was thinking I have no qualification at all, no adhikar, but they at least saying that I'm Kanishta adhikar. These devotees, how one can be there like to speak like that? This Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, how they worship the deity, that is their Nitya Seva. That is, they are completely in the mood of Braja. It's not like for us, it is Archan. Yes, we do, because a religion without form is impersonal. So we need to be trained to have some object of worship. Some form is necessary. That's why Bhagavan appeared as the Archa Vigraha. And there's also, this I can mention, that Ramanujacharya, he also explains this very important tattva about para and Vyuha, Paramatma, Avata, and Archa. So there are 5 things which are available for us. Para actually means something which is Krishna in Golok, in Vrindavan. So that is a very long distance away. So we cannot see Goloka Vrindavan, so it's not useful for us now. Srila Prabhupada also said that Krishna is always playing in Goloka Vrindavan. So, but Goloka Vrindavan, that what we can do with it now. It's first of all, it's like far, far away, and we have no access. It is like as if we are in need of water, and now water is available in America. Then I am thirsty, I need to drink, I need to quench my thirst, and then I need water. But if the water is in America, how I can get it? So it's a long distance and a lot of money to go there, so it's not helpful, that water there in America. I cannot do anything with this. It's so that is para. So it's not helpful. And then is the Vyuha, which is also not really helpful for us, because it is like the Kshiratokakshaya Vishnu, or Garbhoda Kakshay Vishnu, those forms, they are, if you want to have water, and I'm here in Mayapur, but water is in Delhi, then I will also cannot quench my thirst, no? Will be not possible to drink. I have to go a long distance. So that is why for us it's also not helpful now, these forms of Vishnu. And Paramatma also, Paramatma, yes, we all know it's the super soul inside our heart, but who has access to Paramatma? Paramatma is there, but those who have attained Yoga Siddhi, they can maybe connect with Paramatma. But for us now, it's also useless. So it's like the water is in the ground, no? You have to dig and do some boring that you can go down like 200, 250 meter, and then maybe there's some groundwater and you can drink it. But it's also expensive, a long process, so it's also useless for us now, Paramatma. Really, we have no access to Paramatma. It's like a closed door, no? And and Avatar is, yes, Krishna. He came 5,000 years ago. Mahaprabhu also 500, a little bit more. He came, and but we don't see them now. It was 5,000 years ago. It was 500 years ago. So that Mahaprabhu who appeared, that Krishna who appeared, they are now also no more there for us, not useful. It is, we cannot see them now. So it is like as if we are thirsty, and yes, water is the river, but if the river is like dry because time is over, or the river is like frozen ice, so we can also not drink it. So it's not there. So that's why we cannot take advantage of the avatar now, who came that time. And that's why Srila Ramanujacharya is saying that Archa, that is the deity, is the only thing which is really helpful for us. Because we are able to see them, we are able to serve them, we are able to engage in some relationship with them. So, but a religion without form, it must become impersonal. So that's why in our tradition, it is from the beginning, in each Gaudiya Math, Srila Prabhupada was installing deities. No, why? That we can make a relationship with the Lord in this way. This is His true identity, His real form. So He is coming by the causeless mercy of the call of some pure Vaishnavas. They appear in this world as this vigraha. And then they really accept everything. Vigraha means we, especially graha, to accept. We can offer everything, fruits, prayers, whatever, our whole life. So they are not just some stone. If we have a stone in our heart, then we also will see the deity is a stone. But no, that is the place where we really can drink to our full satisfaction. All our thirst will be quenched. But the other things, as Ramanuja explained, they are all not available for us now. So the only chance to connect, and if Krishna would not even appear in this form, we would not even know who He is, how He looks, what He does, nothing. So that is all grace, all kripa, that this form is coming, the deity. So this is the highest blessing of Krishna, to appear in Sri Vigraha, to appear as also the name that is also a Vigraha, Krishna Himself. Otherwise, we would only speculate, no? I would, what to do? So this is necessary. And yeah, actually, that is the place Champahati, and I don't know if now we shall stop. I think so, because time running out, no? And we can meet next Thursday by Guru and Vaishnava's mercy. If you agree, okay? Then anyone has some question or want to say something, then please feel free, and otherwise we can continue next week. Jai Gaur, Dandavad Pranam.